Hello everyone, I am Matthew John. If you're not familiar with me, I am a spiritual teacher and an intuitive healer, and thank you for joining me for this transmission. This is called I Love You Regardless. This is an energetically encoded transmission that is intended to perpetuate some deep healing within. So if you feel any sort of emotional release or any vibrations or anything come up emotionally or anything you just feel, it's because of the intention of the words that I'm about to speak. And before I start, this is something that was downloaded to me 2 nights ago, I think, on my birthday, because I really realized how much that I was still withholding from myself. Everything that I put out there on my channel or on my Facebook page, my website, everything I do, this is all experiential. It's all based on me having to go through my own healing process and still learning. I think a lot of people tend to put, can put spiritual teachers or healers on a certain pedestal, like, oh, they're done, they don't have anything left to heal. But I like to be really honest with you guys and let you know that I still do have a lot to heal, that I'm still on this process as much as you guys are. I'm not past anyone. I'm on the journey with everyone. So that's why I hope that this tool that was downloaded to me from my guides can be helpful for you guys too. And it's called the I Love You Regardless tool or affirmations. And really, this is moving us into non-duality. It's moving us to a place of deeper self-acceptance and of deeper self-love, of deeper self-forgiveness, which is really the deepest essence of the spiritual journey. All the stuff to learn and all of the esoteric knowledge and all that is a part of it. And really check out my video called The 3 Simultaneous Ascension Processes to really understand more of what I'm talking about, where there's different parts of the spiritual journey, because that describes it pretty well. But this is really the deepest part of it, is the self-transformation part, the part that happens within on an emotional and a feeling kind of level. So you can just listen to my words and allow them to speak to a place within you. And also you can, after you listen to this once, you can go back and listen again, or you can go back and kind of see the template of what I'm doing, and then make your own I love you regardless statements. And you can do them every day if you'd like, for really powerful effect. You can say them, especially it's more powerful if you say them in the mirror. That makes it really supercharged, because it's a very intimate experience to be saying affirmations or saying things to yourself in the mirror, looking into your eyes. So that's what I would recommend with this, okay? I love you regardless. I love you regardless of your choices. I love you regardless of how you look. I love you regardless of where you live. I love you regardless of your past. I love you regardless of your past lives. I love you regardless of your karma. I love you regardless of how much money you make. I love you regardless of how much money you have. I love you regardless of what you've done. I love you regardless of what you didn't do. I love you regardless of the state of your physical health. I love you regardless of your accolades or lack thereof. I love you regardless of how you stack up against others. I love you regardless of your authenticity or lack thereof. I love you regardless of the size of your sphere of influence. I love you regardless of your successes or failures. I love you regardless of your race, ethnicity, sex, or gender. I love you regardless of the hate that still has a home inside you. I love you regardless of the sadness that still lingers inside you. I love you regardless of the jealousy that still creeps up on you. I love you regardless of how much or how little your mother was able to love you and fulfill your needs. I love you regardless of how much or how little your father was able to love you and fulfill your needs. I love you regardless of how much or how little your first romantic love was able to love you or fulfill your needs. I love you regardless of the addictions you can't seem to overcome. I love you regardless of the extent to which you are able to love yourself. I love you regardless of the extent to which you are able to take care of yourself. I love you regardless of your diagnosis. I love you regardless of the extent to which you are able to love those public figures that you hate the most. I love you regardless of the extent to which you are able to forgive those who hurt you the most. I love you regardless of the extent to which you are able and willing to love me. I love you regardless. Namaste.